This story is about Dylann Roof, a 28-year-old neo-Nazi who killed 9 people in a church in Charleston, South Carolina in order to start a race war. If you like hearing stories about people who suck, then like and subscribe. Dylann Storm Roof was born on April 3rd, 1994 in Columbia, South Carolina. His father is Franklin Ben Bennett Roof, a carpenter and construction contractor. His mother is Amelia Amy Cowles, a bartender. His parents had a volatile relationship, often breaking up and getting back together again, then breaking up again. When Roof was 5 years old, his father married a woman named Paige Mann. They divorced after 10 years. Roof has an older half-sister named Amber and a younger sister named Morgan. Amber Roof started a GoFundMe after the shooting so that other people can pay for her wedding and honeymoon. Her reason for feeling entitled to the money was because the shooting ruined the mood of the wedding, and the media would bother her to ask questions about her brother. Morgan Roof was arrested for bringing drugs and weapons to her high school, AC Flora, in Columbia, South Carolina. Prior to the arrest, she made a social media post criticizing students who were planning on walking out of class to protest gun violence in honor of the victims of the Parkland shooting. In her post, she stated, "I hope it's a trap and y'all get shot. We know it's fixin' to be nothing but black people walking out anyway." Ben Roof would often abuse his son Dylann, which probably led to Dylan's violent behavior. Ben would abuse his wife Paige and had a pattern of control and mental manipulation. This often ended with a vicious assault that left multiple bruises all over her body. He would isolate her and be verbally, mentally, and emotionally abusive. He also hired a private detective to follow her around after they split up. Dylann's biological mother, Amy, was basically absent throughout his childhood, so the closest thing to a mother he had was his stepmother, Paige. After the divorce, he lost the only maternal figure he had in his life. Roof often exhibited signs of obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD. He was obsessed over germs and insisted on having his hair cut in a specific style. When he was in middle school, he started doing drugs. He attended several schools in South Carolina and had also repeated the ninth grade. He eventually dropped out of high school and became an unemployed loser who alternated between living with his parents and with friends. He spent his days doing drugs and playing video games. Roof began communicating online with white supremacists and became self-radicalized. He was also a reader and commenter on The Daily Stormer, a white nationalist news website. Roof purchased a gun from a retail store in West Columbia using money that was given to him on his birthday. He was able to purchase the gun used in the attack because of lapses in the FBI's background check system. Roof registered a website called LastRhodesian.com, where he posted photos of himself with a Confederate flag and wrote the neo-Nazi code numbers 88 and 1488 in sand. He also had pictures of himself spitting on and burning the American flag. He also took pictures of himself visiting slavery-related historical sites in North and South Carolina. His website also contained an unsigned 2,444-word manifesto that was filled with racist rants broken into the following sections: blacks, Jews, Hispanics, East Asians, patriotism, and an explanation. His manifesto also stated that he was truly awakened by the killing of Trayvon Martin. He believed that Trayvon Martin deserved to die and that there was a conspiracy to portray black people as victims when they probably did something to deserve getting killed, and that blacks were taking over the world. He also supported racial segregation in the United States and wanted to start a civil war. On June 17, 2015, when Roof was 21 years old, he walked into the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in downtown Charleston, South Carolina. The people in the church were sitting down for a routine Bible study and welcomed him with open arms. That was when Roof pulled out a Glock 41 handgun and killed 9 black people. This included the senior pastor and state senator Clementa C. Pinckney, who was leading the Bible study after spending the earlier part of that day campaigning with Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton in Charleston. He then exited the church and fled the scene. Roof would later tell investigators that he almost didn't go through with the massacre because members of the church study group had been so nice to him. Roof was captured in a traffic stop in Shelby, North Carolina the next day. Roof confessed to killing the people in the church before chuckling. This confession was recorded by the authorities. After this confession was played, it took the jury only 2 hours of deliberation before finding Roof guilty. Roof was then sentenced to death. In 2016, Roof was beaten by a fellow inmate at the Charleston County Detention Center. His attacker was 25-year-old Dwayne Marion Stafford, who was awaiting trial on charges of first-degree assault and strong-arm robbery. In 2021, the Biden administration issued a moratorium and halted all federal executions while the Justice Department conducts a review of its execution policies and procedures. At the time of this video, there has not been a date set for Roof's execution. That's the end of the video. Leave a comment below if you think Roof deserves to be executed or if he should have a different kind of punishment. If you like the video, remember to like and subscribe. It only takes 2 seconds and it would really help me out. Feel free to check out the other videos on my channel.